What's going on, investors? Welcome back to the channel. It is good to be back. So in this video I want to talk about Bionano Genomics, the possibility of Bionano Genomics, the ticker BNGO, getting the list from the Nasdaq. Okay, that is getting removed completely, which is going to make it difficult for perhaps all of us retail investors to be able to invest in the company. Okay, those of us that believe in the technology, because they have something that I believe can replace traditional methods of analyzing genomes, such as karyotyping, FISH, and so on and so forth. So because I have been reading a lot lately about the possibility of Bionano Genomics getting delisted from the Nasdaq, and I want to discuss this in this video to prepare you guys, because nobody knows tomorrow. Okay, hopefully it's not gonna get to that, but if it gets to that, we should know how to prepare, or we should be ready for whatever is coming. Because in investing, you have to be listening to the bears, listening to the bulls, the bears and the bulls, and making an educative decision. That's why in every of my video in the description, for example, I always put it there. I know most of you guys don't read it, but it's always written there that always do your own due diligence. This content is for educational purpose only. And let me tell you guys a short story once again, for those of you that didn't start with me when I started to make videos on this channel about Bionano Genomics about 2 years ago. I didn't start out as a YouTuber. Okay, I started because I found my broker added about 100 stocks, okay, on that very day in December 2020, and Bionano Genomics happens to be one of those tickers back there. Okay, then while I was doing my due diligence, before a few days before Christmas, I was checking out all those companies, 100 companies, and somehow I found Bionano Genomics. And on that very day, I was in Poland, and I told my wife while I was coming back home that I found a company called Bionano Genomics, and I think this stock is about to rally. And then, when I got home, we opened position in Bionano Genomics. Back then, BNGO was trading around 50 cents. And the last week of December 2020, Bionano Genomics started to rally massively. Okay, from 50 cents all the way to 16th of February, around 15.6 US dollars. Okay, that's all-time high in February. Within 2.5 months, not even up to 2.5 months, okay, just about 2 months and 1 week, Bionano Genomics rallied massively. And I checked YouTube, there was nobody making videos about Bionano Genomics. Perhaps there was maybe 2 videos, okay, from some top YouTubers, and I believe the reason why they made video about BNGO back then was because the stock rallied. I'm talking about I think his name is what's the name of this guy on YouTube? Dead inside. He made a video about Bionano Genomics, and I think Tom Nash also make a video about Bionano Genomics, because it's a penny stock rallying, and they wanted to ride it, so they shared it with their patrons. Okay, and I think that was that. And then I thought, okay, I have a YouTube channel that was basically talking only about Tesla back then, because Tesla was rallying, was beginning to rally. I started to make this channel, was created for Tesla, guys, for Tesla back then in 2018. Tesla was we have a lot of negative news out there about Tesla, good on Johnson talking about how how competition was coming, yada yada. And that was because I work in this industry, in auto industry. I build cars every day, so I thought, okay, let me start a channel about Tesla, because I can see what is going on in my company, how they are years behind Tesla. Okay, that was back in 2018. Then I thought, okay, let me start a channel and talk about Tesla, share my own opinion. I was not popular. Okay, I think I had about maybe 20 subscribers back then, until I found Bionano Genomics in December 2020, and then I started to make video about Bionano Genomics, just to educate myself and to educate my tiny followers on Twitter, about maybe 150 followers or so. But somehow, fortunately, boom, everybody got interested in BNGO, and I was just making video only about Bionano Genomics while I was learning about genomics, because this industry, this sector was completely new to me back then in 2020. So I started to make video about Bionano Genomics while I was reading more about the company, talking to people on Twitter and trying to talk to people working at BNGO. Some people replied, some didn't. The CEO, for example, till date, I never had a contact with him, no comments, nothing from him. So I was learning hard, and then making videos on a daily basis, all the way till I made about over 600 videos, okay, on this channel just for Bionano Genomics. So some of you guys that back then I was super hyped, I was learning very hard, but of course I was just equipped with technical analysis knowledge. Fundamental analysis was completely new to me. I was that kind of person that I was just trading breakouts, okay, breakout pattern and so on and so forth. But when I discovered Bionano Genomics, it got me deep into fundamental analysis, and I forgot my technical analysis skills. Okay, I was just focused on how Bionano Genomics is going to revolutionize the genomic industry. We're talking about we're talking about long read, if you want to say sequencing, long read, okay, but we are talking about optical genome mapping. So this is like a niche that stood out, and just like Tesla that is trying to replace all these ICE cars, Bionano Genomics was set out to replace traditional methods of analyzing genome. So the moat was there. Okay, this no-brainer, the stock was perfected to rally. And then I looked at the technical analysis while around 50 cents it was about to break out, and then bam, after a week when I bought the stock, bam, it moved. So for those of you thinking like Dayo is just talking BNGO, that is the story. That is my story with Bionano Genomics, okay? And then I started to learn and learn and learn. And anything in this life, you need at least 5 years before you can say, okay, I understand this sector. So instead of me making a video per week, one video per week, I was more or less like I was intensively doing it, okay? Every day I was making like 5 videos, 4 videos, and then I got to a stage whereby I understand the company completely, okay, and then I was able to put my technical analysis and fundamental analysis together. And then I started to worry about why the stock kept going down, because we are setting lower low almost all the time. Then Bionano Genomics announced at the market offering, and some of some experts that I contacted, they were like telling me, be careful, this stock can keep going down because of this at the market offering. And I made a video about it. I shared it with you guys. I opened Patreon, okay, private group where I can talk more with whoever is interested in more, okay, because sometimes I just make a video on a breaking news and I don't get to share more about what I think about where the stock was going and so on and so forth. Or sometimes I'm not even allowed to say some things publicly. So that's why I created Patreon, so that I can talk with you guys privately, and it's been going on fine. So that is my story on Bionano Genomics in a nutshell. I created Patreon so that if you guys want to learn more, okay, I can easily contact you guys and tell you more from my own opinion, okay. Then you can add it to your own opinion and at least make a better decision. So that is that. Now the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is we want to talk about BNGO, getting delisted from Nasdaq. But before we dive into that, excuse me, I want to show you guys some of the crazy comments that I have received, because I slowed the rate at which I am pumping out BNGO video because of family. I have a wife and 2 babies. They are 7 months old twins, and it's not easy for me to just be making 5 videos on a daily basis like I used to for now. Okay, I need to focus on my family for now. And some of you guys are already thinking maybe Dayo is bearish Bionano Genomics, or maybe I'm shorting BNGO. I don't short stocks, guys. My patrons know I only share bullish signal with them. I don't send them some short signal. Now Try said BNGO to 100 USD still on the table. Absolutely. If the company performs performs well, why not? I mean, I have shared all my worries with you guys, and some of my Twitter followers don't even watch my videos. So anytime I just make a tweet, they assume, you know, this is just coming from, I don't know. They need to know that, you know, there's always, you know, some story behind any tweet that I make. Okay. Now I want to show you guys some of the negative comments that, you know, I have been receiving on Twitter. Okay, and I don't think it's completely fair, okay, because some of you guys think yeah. So I made a tweet a couple of days ago, and it says, I have got some knowledge on Bngo that I think you will want to hear, and this stock is going to pay off big time, but only if you are willing to take a different approach. And what I mean by different approach, my patrons know it. I'm not gonna say it in this video or say it publicly. So I made this tweet. This is my Twitter page. Everybody's entitled, you know, you are entitled to say whatever you want to say on your Twitter page. I don't go around and attacking people. Now, these are some of the crazy comments that, you know, I have been seeing from Leg, for example. I am all yes. What is the news? Do I have to join Patreon to get the information? You know, a lot of guys are just here to troll me. Okay, like Brendan also say, I used to appreciate your post, but now it seems like you just want more subscribers to your various outlets. No thanks. I mean, I have made over 600 videos, guys. 600 videos. Literally, I have changed all my equipment so that I can provide you guys with quality video, better audio, better, you know, video, picture, and so on and so forth. I pay subscription fees, you know, so that everything can be good and you guys can understand me very well. So if somebody just come here and tell me, I used to appreciate your post, this guy sounds like all his life he's just looking for somebody that is going to work like a slave for him 24/7. Okay, if I make video for free, and I have some of my skills that I think it is worth, you know, selling. I have the right to do it. You don't just come to somebody post and, I mean, take a look at Meet Kevin, for example. If you guys know, I believe most of you guys or all of you guys know Meet Kevin. If you watch his video, I watch his video on a daily basis. Okay, I believe I have seen more than 200 videos from Meet Kevin already. So this guy, he always advertise, you know, his group, money group, or I don't know how he calls it. I mean, I watch his videos still. I just try to, whenever he advertises that part, I just, you know, leave him and watch whatever else he wants to say. It's not, real men don't go about attacking other men also. Okay, so that's that for Brendan. And then Harris came in also and said, Mr. Dayo, I'm a big fan of you and your YouTube channel. I have always give you, unfortunately, your latest Bngo tweet feels like you are only interested in growing your number of patrons. Why not just cover different genomic stocks and build your channel to the masses? My plan is still to, you know, grow my channel, and time is on my side. I have no reason to rush. Okay, for now, I am just taking everything slowly. Okay, for now, Bngo is hurting. I know a lot of people are invested in this company and they would love to see some profit. Some even just want to break even and close everything. So that's why I'm taking things slowly. And for my patrons, I am presently sharing a lot of stocks. Okay, other genomic stocks breaking out. I have been sharing it since the beginning of this year. That is literally what I have been doing, you know, for my patrons, sharing other stocks, making money. My portfolio myself is up over 300% year to date. Okay, so and it used to be $1. You don't just expect me. I know what my time is worth. I have a full-time job. Okay, you don't expect me to just come on YouTube and waste my time every day for years. Okay, using electricity. You guys know how much everything is cost right now. Okay, because of inflation. So, and so hola hermano, what made you so excited about Bngo so quickly and early on, and what kept you from pulling your money? And you know, Bionano Genomics, you know, first of all, if you want to invest in a company, you have to invest the money that you are, you know, willing to lose. Okay, that's number one rule of investing. So you guys have to understand, if you put your money in a company and it's not performing well, if you have a full-time job like I do, okay, you just need to save up some, extra money and try to look for other stocks that can perform well. You put that aside, or you take losses and you move on. So that it is as simple as that. Okay, you can leave the money there and see how it's gonna perform maybe in the next 5 years. I've seen a lot of stocks almost dying, even cryptocurrency. Okay, we see some almost dying, and then all of a sudden, look at Ethereum, for example. Even Bitcoin, okay, I started to buy Bitcoin all the way from $500 or $250, a couple of years ago. So we saw Bitcoin, it got in 2017, it got to 20,000, and then it came back down to about 3,000, and then right now it is almost $30,000 again. So sometimes some things looks like they are about to die, and then all of a sudden, snap, they come back. So sometimes you just have to forget the money there and keep learning about the company, or take every knowledge that you have gained from that investment and then focus it in another company. This is the only thing that is constant is change. So now this guy came, Buddhist ape. You seem to just be trying to sell Patreon accounts, so you are done with Bngo. You don't believe in this company anymore. I believe in Bionano Genomics, but I have shared my worries with you guys. I make video on a daily basis. I spoke about the at the market offering. I spoke about how the volume is dying. There is no buyers for now. I am sharing technical analysis with you guys almost in every video. Okay, I mean, I don't know what else these guys want from me. And then who is this person? Huba Turbine. I don't like blocking people, so what I just do is mute most of these guys. So this guy said, so the buy and hold strategy is gone. Come on, man, if it isn't a buy and hold, it is garbage. So glad I sold this piece POS. So I mean, you can think whatever you want to think, guys. Now that is that about. Now let's talk about Bionano Genomics getting delisted from Nasdaq. So what I'm going to do is let's just talk with ChatGPT. Okay, it is faster, so that we can have more information about we can talk about this as fast as possible, because I don't want to waste your time in this video. Now the Nasdaq has a minimum bid price requirement for listed stock, which mandates that a company's share must maintain a minimum closing bid price of $1 per share for a minimum of 30 consecutive business days. That is, Bionano Genomics must have a minimum of $1. It must close above $1 for 30 consecutive business days. Okay, if the share price of Bngo goes below $1 for 30 consecutive business days, it has there is a possibility that they will get delisted. So if the company stay below $1 for 30 days, Nasdaq is going to send a deficiency notice to the company, giving it 80 calendar days to regain compliance. So they are going to give them 180 days to get back above $1 for 30 consecutive days. So if Bngo gets below $1, they will get a letter from Nasdaq telling them, hello, we are going to delist you if your stock price don't get above $1 for 30 consecutive days. So if Bngo share price falls below $1 and they stay there for over 30 days, they get a letter, and then for another 180 days they stay below $1, then there's a chance of getting delisted. If not, they're not gonna get delisted. And I think this company, according to their at the market offering, and the share price is still above $1, I think they still have a very good chance. There's not gonna be bankruptcy. They're not gonna go down. Hopefully they can keep raising money, and hopefully the share price is going to rise. They can raise some money and then continue to manage the business. Okay, if not, then there is a chance that Bngo is going to get delisted, and then all the money is gone. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. And of course, I'm going to be monitoring this, and if there is anything, I will let you guys know. Of course, my patrons literally knows everything. They have my contact, they have my WhatsApp, they can write to me directly, they can call me. This is what I do on a daily basis. Okay, I talk to them, I DM, we talk on DM, and so on and so forth. So and The thing about Bionano Genomics, they have already received a delisting notice from Nasdaq in February 2022. However, the company was given a grace period until August 8, 2022 to regain compliance by maintaining a minimum bid price of $1 per share for the I think this is not correct. It's not 2022. I think it was in 2020, not 2022. ChatGPT 4. So therefore, if the company share price drops below $1 per share during the grace period and remains at that level for a prolonged period, there is a chance that the company may be delisted. However, if the company can maintain a share price of at least $1 per share and for the required period, it should be able to avoid the listing. So yeah, that is that about the listing. Now I want to talk about how PacBio has been, on fire lately. But before we dive into PacBio, let's take a look at what is going on with BNGO. The good news is Bionano Genomics stock is still above US dollars, okay, above $1, because the stock market the stock market is on fire today. If you take a look at what has been going on, today is the last day of the quarter, okay, everything is green. Tesla is up 6.3% today. The Nasdaq is on fire. We have the likes of artificial intelligence, AI. I shared it on my Twitter. It is on fire. Okay, I am banking big on this, and my patrons as well. Okay, if you take a look at this, I bought AI around here before it broke out. Right now it is trading around here, so up over 144% at the moment. Not only AI, I have some other stocks that I think I shared with you guys. Now let's take a look at before we go into the technical analysis of Bionano Genomics, take a look at PacBio, guys. PacBio is on fire today, okay? And I shared a breakout of PacBio with my Patreon, and some of them are banking big on this right now at the moment. Look at that. For the past 1 month, look at that. The maximum used to be 9.9, around $10 US. Right now, PacBio is trading around 11.55 US dollars, up 18.29% today. Market cap 2.9 billion. They have enough money, almost $1 billion US dollars in cash. So PacBio is for sure going to survive, okay? And they have a roadmap to profitability before 2026. Now the volume is 8.2 million shares, unlike Bionano Genomics. So if you take a look at BNGO, okay, if you take a look at Bionano Genomics, you can see the volume is very small. Okay, the average is now 6.3. The volume yesterday was even 2 point something. Today it's 3.3 at the moment. Market cap 339 million US dollars, and they are trading in a dangerous zone, very close to $1 US dollars. If BNGO breaks $1 US dollars, I believe it's going to go down very fast. Okay, hopefully there's not going to be any bad news in the market right now. Hopefully we have seen the bottom, so we are up about 4.2% today. No news to share with you guys. And and another thing that I find worrying is the financials of Bionano Genomics. If you take a look at this, in 2022, earnings minus 32 million US dollars. Okay, it keeps expenses, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. So they need to bring this back to break even and then make it green instead of blue. Okay, so I mean, it needs to go to the to the positive side instead of the negative side. So yeah, consider becoming a member of my Patreon. I have some sold out. This one is sold out. For example, I have one position right now at $3.5 US dollars per month. Take this opportunity. Okay, the speaker level, $3.5 US dollars. I think somebody upgraded from $3.5 US dollars to somewhere else. I think somewhere, maybe the VIP club or exclusive, or somewhere here. So take this opportunity. There's one position left, one slot, $3.5 US dollars per month, and you get to learn more about Bionano Genomics. You can call me, you can WhatsApp me, you can DM me, or you can do whatever. And apart from that, only exclusive club on 7.5. Everyone on YouTube is literally, they have Patreon where they talk more, and a private group where they show their trade. You can see my trade, you can see how I am making money. Okay, live trades, you can see it on my Patreon page. I mean, what else do you want? Ciao.